Here's my concerns with flying cars. I don't even like people that are driving now.
Yeah. You put another dimension in there? How the hell are they gonna
How would that work? I mean, air traffic control is gonna have a field day. They're having a tough time right now.
what's left of them?
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Rolling.
I don't know what song is it.
Okay. Never mind.
What song was it?
What? Rolling.
You
Come on.
You just say words.
Rolling.
Chocolate starfish. Is that it? Did I do it right?
That's the other song. Yeah, that's the beginning of that song.
Yeah.
Chocolate starfish.
Did it.
Anyway.
Welcome back to the episode of ShinoBroz podcast. I'm Sly.
I'm Wade.
And we talk about anything and everything all at once.
Stuff and things.
We just here to entertain you guys. So what's this one gorilla versus 100 men's thing? Let's get into that.
I don't know.
What is that? I don't understand it.
It's just something that someone brought up on the internet where it's like, hey, who would win in a fight? You know, kind of like is it like, could you take on 10 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck or whatever? You know, it's something like that. There's just like, hey, let's pick on one gorilla.
Why is that a thing?
Do you think 100 human men bare-fisted could fight?
Depends on the men. Depends on the men you choose.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I think the men will win, but I think that gorilla's taking out a bunch of them off the bat.
He's gonna get tired.
It's
Make it more reasonable. All right, I say 10 gorilla-sized men versus one gorilla.
Did you see? I mean, I know it's all in fun and all that stuff like that, but did you see that PETA actually got involved? And they're like, hey, how about you leave animals out of your hypotheticals or something like that? Or, hey, how about you do something else instead of, you know, thinking about animal abuse or something like that? It's come on, PETA.
It's just a joke.
Come on, PETA.
It's just a joke. PETA. No, but because I keep seeing memes and stuff about it. I just don't understand. Who sat there and was like, who would win a fight? One gorilla or 100 men? Is this like the whole... It's just weird.
I mean, it's the internet.
What was it? I saw a very AI made video of a gorilla fighting 100 men, all AI generated, and guess who was hosting it? Mr. Beast.
Oh,
have you seen that video? It is AI. It is AI. First of all, it's AI.
Oh yeah.
But it's just the way it was like Mr. Beast hosts his contest to see who would win 100 gorillas versus 100 men versus one gorilla, and it went out to like lawsuits, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay.
Wait, was it an actual Mr. Beast video or was it a video making fun of Mr. Beast?
It's a video making fun of Mr. Beast, but it's AI generated to make it look real.
Okay. Is it AI generated or is it CG? Like, did someone actually computer animate it? Or...
No, it's AI generated. Like real
okay.
people, everything. But it was just the fact that we have to go through all of those checklists to verify where the sources came from.
Well, I was just asking because I noticed my dad, my mom sometimes too, but they'll see something computer animated, like someone actually took the time to make the models and animate it and stuff like that, and they'll be like, that's AI, isn't it? And I'm like, good on you for keeping your eye out for AI stuff, but no, that's not AI. And it's like, well, it looks computer generated. I'm like, well, yeah, it is computer generated, but it's not AI.
There's
a real person worked on it.
There's also those AI videos that are like, pick which one you would want to spend your day at, or like summer, something like that, and it just shows you a bunch of AI generated like
Oh, like the houses,
rooms and
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm not gonna mention any names, but someone older that I know showed me a video. Was like, "Wow, look at this! Isn't this cool? Which one would you choose?" And I just stood there. I'm like, "Hey, person, do you think this is real?" And
Which
then,
one of
like,
these houses do you think is real?
Yeah, and they're like,
Pick it out.
"Yeah, don't they look? It looks it's very nice. It's very crafted, very well." And I'm like, how do I break the news to this person that this is AI generated? And then I tell them that it's AI generated, and that was just me like being, hey, this is AI generated, it's not real. And so they get another video of people making like food, like real food, and they show it to me. Is this AI generated? And I'm like, clearly not.
No, it's
But I was just telling you the other video was AI generated. I don't know why you're getting hostile with me. but
Oh, I
yeah.
guess everything I see on the internet's AI generated now. Just
Coming-
because you said the one video with the different houses on it.
Coming from the generation that told us to stay off the internet because of strangers,
Yeah.
it's very hypocritical.
Don't believe everything you see on TV.
Yeah. And now it's everything. Everything's real because it's online. It's gotta be true.
Yeah.
I don't know. My head hurts.
Oy.
I'm
Yeah.
tired of I'm tired of every video I see or any news article or anything. It's just anything on the internet. It's like breaking news, blah blah. I read it and I go, huh, okay. Let me spend an hour fact checking first
Yeah,
before I make an opinion.
Is this actually real? Is what I'm
that's
seeing. Not even like AI. Well, it might be AI, but I was like, just even like you said, like news articles and stuff like that. I'm like, I gotta do my own due diligence. Jeez Louise. To actually see if what I'm about to read is real or not.
I'm just saying.
I never read it if I see it on Facebook or like Instagram or something like that. I never read it from there. I always Google it and see what it says.
We gotta check other sources.
Yeah.
Other source materials to make sure our facts are correct before we form an opinion. And again, even when we form an opinion, even if we're forming an opinion right here, right now, it doesn't mean it's gonna be right. All right, something more information might come later.
Yeah.
And I don't want you guys to use this as a solid source. We're just talking, all right? We're just talking.
This is entertainment.
This is entertainment.
This is strictly entertainment and
we
our
are
points
giving
of view.
we're giving you information that we know as of right now.
And if you do Google stuff yourself too, read at least 3 different articles before you form an opinion on it, because you know the first one or even the first 2 could be heavily biased in one direction.
Everything is just clickbait.
This is where we would be sponsored by Ground News if we had a sponsor.
Everything is just like they take things out of context a lot. There's a lot of videos I watch and I'm just like, oh, this is crazy. But then you look deeper into it and it's like, oh, this isn't real. This isn't true.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
there's more.
it has bits of truth in it, but they
Yeah.
spin it in a way to make them look good
like there's
when it's not actually the case.
I forgot who it was, but it was a celebrity. But because of the angle the video was taken, it looked like the celebrity pushed this person away, like push. But then and then just the comments of people were just like, oh, I knew this person was a bad person, blah 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 blah. and then someone posted another angle of the same video, same event, and it was just there was no push. It wasn't even a push. I don't know what it was. I think she was just kind of moving
They
her
were
hands.
falling and they were trying to catch them or something like that. Or
Not like that,
even
but I think they were just moving their hands, and it looked like a push. But
they were dancing. They were doing like a hula.
yeah, but yeah. So everything is just misdirection, and it's wild. And I don't think this wasn't the future that we wanted. This was not the future that we wanted.
No.
We were supposed to have flying cars,
Yeah.
and
What the hell?
hoverboards.
Flying cars, hoverboards.
But instead, we have AI generated crap that makes me question reality.
We might have to build. Have you like on the Jetsons
Yeah.
where they have like the houses on stilts, and everyone's like, why do they have houses on stilts? Oh, it's because they didn't believe global warming. They didn't believe climate change, and the Earth below them is just like a wasteland, so they had to build the houses higher up in the sky.
Okay,
The whole planet is flooded, so they had to build everything on stilts.
but
That's where we're gonna be soon.
I hope not. I mean, Japan's already ahead of us. They're already building houses. They're building up, not expanding. But okay, here's my concerns with flying cars. I don't even like people that are driving now.
Yeah, you put another dimension in there. How the hell are they gonna?
How would that work? I mean, air traffic control is gonna have a field day. They're having a tough time right now.
What's left of them?
But I don't think flying cars are a good investment. I don't think they're good. That's not going to work in today's society. I think people are too eager to get to places.
Yeah.
Road rage. And if you really think about it, a car is already bad enough. A car can do some damage. If you add flying into the mix, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of missiles just roaming around.
Yeah.
I don't think we want that. That's just a person. Just one person just needs to have a bad day, and there's going to be another 9/11.
It's just little mini 9/11s happening everywhere.
That's probably why it's best we don't have flying cars.
I mean, I could care less about flying cars. I would want to see. I don't know if it's actually like feasible or anything like that, but have you seen like the videos of the roads that are completely like the whole road is a solar panel, and supposedly it's supposed to charge? Yeah, that concept, and they're like pressure activated to where it lights up when there's pressure on it.
Yeah.
So if something's running across the road, you'll see it light up in front of you at night or whatever. That kind of stuff is cool. And then just make some kind of renewable energy, you know, even though the oil company is not going to let you do that. Just some kind of affordable renewable energy that doesn't destroy the planet to create it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, lithium ion batteries.
I like the roads that you were talking about, because aren't they supposed to like melt snow too and stuff?
Yeah, they're like heated.
Yeah.
They're solar panels, but it also generates energy for like the street lamps and stuff like that. And it's supposed to like be heated to melt the snow and ice and everything. And I don't know. I think we should be working towards that.
Yeah, we should be working towards bettering our
that instead of making
transportation systems, our railroads. Yeah.
Work
our
on that
roads,
stuff
regular roads.
instead of like auto AI generating houses, hypothetical houses that you want to live in.
I don't know. AI is getting out of control. I don't know. At what point will AI? I mean, I feel like it's a concern now.
What?
AI.
The AI, yeah.
How much worse can it
And they
get?
want to, they want to deregulate it also. Like they want to have less regulations on it. For innovation.
I feel like this is going to be a bad idea. I mean, people already lack critical thinking. Now we're going to have AI think for us.
That's
terrifying.
Much.
That's terrifying. I'm imagining people that are in positions high up in our government just making decisions solely off of AI. That's terrifying.
Medical students, people going into the medical field nowadays are using ChatGPT for their homework and stuff like that.
Oh, no.
So just try not to get sick. Now's your
we are literally living in idiocracy.
It is, yes.
We are dumbing down ourselves.
And it started around 2016. Around 2015.
All because we lost Harambe.
Yep.
And now we're going full circle with the one gorilla versus 100.
I sent you that thing, didn't I?
What?
I saw it was like a meme, like a cartoon. It wasn't AI, not that I know of. It was a actual drawn comic from a human being. It had two gorillas up in heaven.
Oh
And
yeah.
they're like, what how'd you get here? And they're like, oh, some kid crawled into my pen and they thought I was dangerous, so they shot me. And then he's like, how'd you get here? And they're like, I don't know, just 100 guys came out of nowhere and jumped me.
Oh, please, please. I don't want anyone to test this theory
No.
because I'm so bad for the
Maybe.
gorilla.
I was going to say maybe we get a bunch of stupid people, try them out for the Darwin Award. Just let them go at it.
I don't know. I don't trust the internet anymore. When things like this happen, people like to test theories.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually tries to fight a gorilla.
This is going to take a dark turn,
Here we go.
but
Let's get some
talking about
controversy.
testing internet theories and stuff like that. Did you hear about the bombing in Florida?
No.
The car bomb in Florida?
No.
I'm pretty sure I don't know exactly where it was at, but there was like a
Like some mafia type shit?
no, it was a facility where they do IVFs.
I don't know.
Like the basically like test tube babies. This is the
Has
best,
two babies.
easiest way I could put it.
Like
Yeah,
sperm
it's like
donating.
people who can't get pregnant themselves, they go through IVF and then they can like, son of a bitch. they can I'm gonna wait till I finishes.
This is the phone ringing. Let's answer it, shall we? Who could it be? Good.
I let it die one time, and then somehow it got hung up again, and I'm like, no, should have stayed dead. But no, IVF is like for people who can't or have trouble getting pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
They get their sperm and their eggs, and then they kind of like, put them together a couple different times, and then they find a viable one, and then they reinsert it back into the woman
Interesting.
to have a pregnancy. Well, anyway,
Dangerous
one
game.
One of these labs down in Florida
Mhm.
got car bombed, and it was because the guy died in the car with it. I don't know why I don't know. Anyway, that's not important. Probably for the better. But he blew up that factory, or not factory, Jesus.
Baby factory.
Yeah. He blew up that lab, just a part of it. Everything is pretty much fine. It just blew a big hole in the wall and stuff like that, and blew up him in the car. But they found out that he had written something, like his manifesto had, like him talking about Reddit that he's been on that have to do with anti-natalism.
What's that?
Anti-natalism is the idea that babies do not consent to being born, so putting them through birth, like birthing children, is wrong and traumatic for them, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically saying you put babies through trauma because they don't consent to being born.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh.
And when you said people on the internet put that to the test, this guy actually believes that babies don't consent to being born, so you're actually causing them trauma for being born,
Interesting.
birthing them.
Interesting.
They don't take into account that, like, the baby comes out. They can't verbally consent, but that doesn't mean that they don't consent. I feel like them coming out is consent.
Yeah.
If they didn't want to be born, they would fucking stay in there.
That's. You know what? I'm not a woman. I have a uterus. I'm not gonna say anything. But I mean, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild to blow up a whole factory.
Based on that crazy idea
That's like
that you can't even test because, like, what are you going to do? Ask a fetus?
Yeah.
Like, hey fetus, do you want to be born?
What about all the like puppies that are being born? They're this going to animals too. Does that apply to animals?
It applies to everything in nature apparently.
No. It's called life. Try living it.
Yeah.
But here's one along those lines. Have you heard about the? I don't know what she died from, but there's a dead woman who's pregnant, and doctors, she's brain dead, so she's dead.
So she's
dead.
Her body's still alive, but her brain is dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's dead. Brain dead means you're dead because there's no coming back from a brain.
Well, I mean, like, is there still vital signs in the body?
Here's the thing.
Is it just...
So they're keeping her alive on life support, but her brain's dead. She's dead.
Okay.
They're gonna see if they can, if the baby would be
if the
birthed.
baby gestates.
Yeah.
In the
if the baby can be
in a dead but not dead.
Yeah.
Still alive, kind of body.
Yeah. So the internet's going crazy about that because. Is it one moral?
I was gonna say that sounds like it's blurring some moral lines.
Yeah, this is some Frankenstein shit.
Yeah.
So, I think it's wrong, but it's
how many months along is she?
I don't know. I would have to look it up.
Because if she's like far enough along to where they just have to wait like a month or something like that, and then they can do a C-section or something like that, then I don't see it as bad. But if it's like she was only 2 months pregnant and then got brain dead, and then they're like waiting out the full gestation period, then that's a little
weird. Let's say I probably should have looked at the facts better, but let's say she is pretty far along. The chances of that baby even surviving is slim.
Why?
Just because the mother, the health of the mother.
That's true. They would have to feed. They would have to put her on like an IV for like the nutrients and stuff like that.
Now it's also she's wired up too. It's like she's hooked up with everything, just to keep her body alive for the baby. I'm gonna have to do more research on this but even though like if that was my significant other, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to put her through that. I mean, also, she's not alive, so she can't consent to it. To be hooked up and be pretty much a vessel for this baby. I don't know. I just think I think morally it's wrong. And who's taking care of that baby? Maybe she has good grandparents. I don't know. But still, that's still messed up.
Oh shit.
What? Oh, he's doing
He's
doing his research.
Well, this seems like it's a pretty left-leaning thing. It says pregnant U.S. woman declared brain dead and is being kept alive under state abortion law. I know. My belly didn't like that either. But I don't know. Another one of the first ones that I clicked on said case of the brain dead pregnant woman kept on life support in Georgia raises a tricky question. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Can you find out how many months she's in or along, whatever? Because that will determine a lot of things. Like, I can see it if it was like, it's the last month. Okay. Trying to save the baby. I get that. But it was like half or 2 months. I don't think that's necessary at all.
Where is...
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking to see like how far along she was. My eyes are going crazy.
How far along was the... Where did they say she was from? Georgia?
Georgia.
Georgia. Hey Siri, how far along was the brain dead woman from Georgia in her pregnancy? I don't know if that was a good question to ask Siri, but Georgia's, I think it's pulling up the same things. Look at us doing research live research.
I know, we need to get it set up to where I can have my computer hooked up to, or we could just search it on there and pull it up live on screen for the podcast, for the video podcast. Or
it says
have it hooked
9
up
weeks
there so we can
pregnant
pull
at
it
the
up.
time.
9 weeks?
9 weeks. I don't want to say her name.
You don't have to.
Blah blah blah. She experienced a medical emergency in February that involved blood clots in her brain. Her name was about 9 weeks pregnant at the time, was declared legally dead. Yeah. So 9 weeks.
Oh, this is fairly recent. Everything's saying like 2 days, 4 days ago.
Oh yeah, this is very recent.
It says Georgian abortion ban forces hospital to keep brain dead pregnant woman alive. This is nightmare fuel.
9 weeks.
9 weeks?
9 weeks pregnant is what
Yep.
I'm reading.
It's nature. Just let it happen. Just
Natural
let it go.
selection.
Yeah. It's
Not
an abortion. It's nature following its course.
Natural causes.
It's natural cause.
But also it's like that's 9 weeks. That's barely that's
Yeah.
2 months. 2 months and a week.
That's why I was like,
No, let that woman go. God said it was time.
yeah.
Why? Who are you to argue against God? Like 9 weeks. And you're hooking her up to all those machines. You're wasting medical equipment, supplies. I don't think that's necessary. That's like going to the emergency room for a flu. You don't need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
Well, like I said, it's not, if it's about the abortion ban and stuff like that, it's not technically an abortion.
She
died.
She did.
And then the baby's gonna die too. Unless, I didn't read if someone else in the family was like trying to keep it,
doesn't make sense.
keep
Let
the baby
her go.
alive or whatever.
I don't think the baby's gonna survive. There's no way that baby's gonna survive. Because it's only 2 months. That baby's got like 7 more months to go. You're wasting 7 months of resources
Yeah, the resources that could be going to other patients in the
that
hospital.
actually need it, that are alive.
Like you said, it's like a Frankenstein experiment.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's what why they're doing it. They want to see how far they can get this baby. That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's messed up. I mean, morally, she can't consent to that. She's dead.
Yeah, we want to talk about consenting to be birthed. What about consenting to gestate?
Yeah, and also, what's going to happen to this baby?
I don't know what we're saying.
What's going to happen to this baby once it's born, if it survives? That's also another story.
It's just another orphan. It's
going to be a science project. That's what it is.
Depending on, because I did see something about like the girl's mom in there or something like that. You know, it would go to them. They would have guardianship over it or whatever.
But do they want it? That's another. These are the questions. You can't just do this and not think of the questions after.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm wrong on this. I don't know. I don't know who all's going to agree with me on this. I just feel like it's morally wrong. That's a Frankenstein project.
The universe is hostile. It's so impersonal.
I don't know. I still think that this planet is a prison. What if it is? Hear me out. What
I don't
if
think so.
what if Earth is a prison and we're trying so hard to leave it, but we can't because it's a prison? And maybe one day, once maybe like the system glitches or whatever, instead of dark skies that we see because of space, blackness, whatever, it's actually very colorful and like cotton candy cloud like. Like, picture this. What if our sky this is me just making things up. What if our sky is actually like SpongeBob's Bikini Bottom sky? Huh? But
Oh, you
but
mean like
we've been punished, so whatever being higher up than us is isolating us on purpose. So they took away our nice fun sky and replaced it with darkness.
not our fun sky.
Replaced it with darkness as a way of punishing us, and until we make some kind of breakthrough and learn to live peacefully on this planet together, we're gonna stay here and be isolated. But like what if we do achieve peace and everyone's all happy together? Our prison sentence is gone, and no more black sky, and we get our fun sky back, and then it just opens up, and then we just see all these other civilizations around us that were here the whole time watching us serve our sentence.
They're like, finally, you guys got it.
I just made all that up. I don't know where I heard that, but
you guys were arguing against each other when you should have been arguing against us.
Yes.
Now we're
What
gonna
if?
invade.
What if? Huh? That's a pretty good out of pocket theory.
Yeah. Put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll get a following.
Yeah. No dark skyers. Maybe I'm gonna workshop the name. Maybe not that one. But I don't know. Maybe aliens are sending us a message. Nah. Maybe aliens are sending us a message to try to wake us up, so we're not imprisoned on this planet.
They're just like, hey, here's some
We've been abducting your people.
ideas. Yeah. We've been abducting the good ones.
Yeah.
They're the ones that got it.
Judgment Day, this is it. We're pick up the good ones. Some of them we made a mistake and we brought them back and they're a little crazy.
That's why we keep taking cows. Cows get it.
Have you heard of the
Cows get it.
Buga alien sphere? I think it's called
Booga Booga.
Hold on.
If you're trying to scare me, it's not working.
Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I'm on our TikTok.
That's our own.
Buga.
Bugga?
Is it Buga? Buga.
Booga.
Buga, like booger.
What the hell is this stuff?
Booga.
Booga.
Booga,
Okay.
with like a
So
Jamaican
what is-
accent. Booga.
What is the booga?
So the Buga alien sphere, apparently, it was found in Colombia. There's actual videos of people recording it, and it was just a sphere, just zipping through the air. Like it was just a giant sphere, and it was zipping through air. People got it on camera, and then it like hit a power line, and it fell. It fell, and then a bunch of scientists or somebody recovered it, and they were doing research on it. So apparently, this sphere is made of materials that aren't from Earth, and they did like an X-ray CAT scan thing on it or whatever. So it was a giant metal-looking sphere.
When you say giant,
I say about
this isn't giant.
I say about the size of like a basketball, maybe
I was
bigger.
gonna say, okay,
So
a basketball sphere
okay, basketball
Flying
size
around.
sphere.
hit a power line, shorted out.
Inside of it, they saw
There was a little alien.
No. So, giant metal ball. They can't open it, but they did like X-ray scans, whatever. And inside it, they found 16 little lure spears, little balls of, I guess, metal. I don't know.
Okay.
But so just try picturing it. giant basketball sphere.
So a basketball made of materials that aren't on this planet.
But it's like
and then
metal.
inside of it are like little smaller balls, probably made from materials that aren't on this planet.
Okay, now here's the kicker.
Like little ball bearings.
Yeah.
Inside of a basketball.
Here's the kicker. So outside the sphere, there's markings on it, like quote unquote alien writings.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Someone took the picture of it, put it through ChatGPT, and had AI translate it for us. And what the AI translation, what it did was it gave like in-depth information of this unknown language, but apparently it's all about like unifying, come together for peace or something. I don't know.
No, yeah.
It's quite. I don't know if it's real or not.
Is that it?
There's a better picture of it. Look up.
I know this picture looks like it's from like a Godzilla movie from the 70s. This one?
What's this one? Okay. So
it
here,
says love and peace and it's the journey.
Love,
not the
laugh, live.
destination. Yeah.
So here's this girl. She's gonna talk about it, I guess.
Girl on TikTok, so
Yeah.
we're getting some like quality source here.
So she just talks about like what the markings mean and stuff. But yeah.
On Thursday, May 1st, Jose Velasquez is an X-ray specialist, and he did a series of X-rays on this. They claim that this fell after it received a 10,000 volt discharge. Now, they say they are 16 microspheres inside, and there are 3 layers of different densities. This is the most outer edge. So he is saying that means they are different materials. So they say the dark-toned material is less dense, and they believe that it is possibly a porous material. Now, the people in Buga claim that this was flying around their town back in March, and that it actually was recovered back on March 2nd. And that when they touched it, it had the temperature of a refrigerator. Now, they counted 32 points around the edge, and that the materials used altogether for this seem to be different metals, but they have ruled out the fact that this is ornamental because they believe that the way it was built was to definitely house whatever is inside. It seems too intentional to be simply ornamental. Now, the X-ray expert says it appears to have no welds or joints, and that this is absolutely different from anything he has ever studied in the past. But the guy who claims to have found it said that he was contacted by the government, but he refused to sign it over because it would never be seen again. So I'm guessing he just turned it over to a team of scientists. But they're saying even in the X-rays, there are no visible signs of any techniques by humans. So interpreting the text through AI, it says the origin of birth through union and energy in the cycle of transformation, meeting point of unity, expansion, and consciousness, individual consciousness. So what do you guys think?
That's what we were just saying. The extraterrestrials, they're trying to help us out.
Yeah.
They just gave us a freaking what's it
Peace
called?
offering?
No, what's it called? I mean, maybe. Oh, what
It's okay, take your time.
I gotta look it up.
Peace offering?
I'm so upset that I don't know this.
A peace offering? Final answer.
No.
It's okay, take your time.
Yes, because it was just what it says on there. Arc reactor. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
They sent us an arc reactor because it said something about like energy and
Here's an
one consciousness and stuff like that.
here's the thing I read that I thought was funny, a funny theory. So whatever it is, it's made to keep something in, right? So one theory, one person said, "Hey, let's not open it and find out." What one person said, "What if it's a black hole in there? And if you open it, the whole Earth just collapsed within itself. Let's keep it closed. Don't open it." Yeah. Curiosity killed the cat.
That is true. It's like this is built to keep something in.
Yeah.
Not to keep other stuff out. It's to keep something in. And who knows, the extraterrestrials might be pretty funny jokesters or something like that. Like, peace and love and unity. Here you go. And then we're like, wow.
It's a black hole. Gets them every time. It's like their version of the snakes in the can. Collapse a whole civilization.
They're just watching and the Earth just goes. And they're like, haha, they fell for it.
Someone animate that. That would be hilarious. Did they get the spirit? They're just waiting every day. Did they open the spirit? Did they open? Not yet. No, so close.
Yeah.
No, you got to pull the left hatch. You got to pull the left hatch.
No, what are you talking about? What are they? They're just looking at it.
I think they're afraid to open it.
Just tap it 3 times.
There's no possible way they know the black hole is in there.
Spin it on your finger like a basketball. It'll open up right after that.
But I don't know. It's been. They said March is when they recovered it.
Is it weird that alien stuff used to scare me? Like, I remember growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
And I would go, like, my uncle would, whenever we would go over to my grandma's house, he would be watching, like, the I've been abducted stuff on, like, Discovery Channel and stuff like that. And I'd always see it and I'd be like, oh, this is scary. Because all the dramatizations that they did were always creepy.
Yeah.
And they're always like, I was driving down a dirt road in the middle of the night and I saw bright lights. And then something came down and the door opened and there were these people or like humanoid things that come out, and it was always like scary because the dramatization would be like, you know, like X-Files and stuff like that. But and then they would say like they took me on their ship, and it would be like bright lights everywhere and blurry, like just blurry effects and everything like that. And it scared me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Now, 2 things. Whenever I heard about, like, when I went through my hippie phase and stuff like that, whenever I heard about alien stuff, I was like, whoa, that's cool. Like, I hope they do. Like, I got a better understanding of what aliens probably are or whatever. But nowadays, I'm just like, I don't care. We'll see.
Nowadays, it's just a tease. That's what it is.
Well,
it's a big tease. Because if an alien came and abducted me right now, I'm like, it's like meeting Jesus. It's like, oh, you do exist. You're real.
But even like to circle it back around to like nowadays, it's even like, is it real?
Yeah.
Is it real? Is it staged? Did somebody make this?
Yeah.
And they're just spreading it around the internet, being like, "Oh, there's no way to get in." How? Have we seen anyone try to get into it, or are we just taking what someone said about it, text on a screen that said you can't get into it?
It's like
I got chisels. We got jackhammers. We can try to get into it.
I was gonna say, you're telling me we can't open it.
Oh,
really?
it has alien language on the outside. So what? Haven't you seen like Lord of the Rings or whatever? Star Wars has their own language in it and stuff like that. We can Game of Thrones.
There's literally
Dothraki.
There's literally dead languages now.
Yeah.
It could be literally anything.
I'm not saying it's fake.
I'm just saying I'm skeptical.
I'm not saying it's real either.
I'm just saying I'm skeptical. I want to be there. I want to be there and see you open it. And if it's a black hole, it's a black hole. You know, it's just.
Yeah, then I'm the first to die, and I'm okay with that.
But I don't know. I'm just skeptical about everything.
If you even die,
if aliens are real, you need to show yourselves now, because we're not surprised anymore. I think we've been conditioned enough that we're not going to be surprised when there's a giant UFO that just lands in the middle of New York City and comes out and it's like, we come in peace. Everyone's going to be at the park and he's like, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
It's just another Tuesday.
Cool.
I think we're conditioned enough.
I don't know what you heard about us, but you might want to leave now.
Yeah. I think we're conditioned enough to now that no one cares. Nobody cares. a whole star fleet could appear in the sky, and we're all just gonna be like, do we still have to pay bills?
Yeah.
Are we gonna pay bills, or is there a national emergency? Can I stay home? What's the deal here?
They take over all of our televisions and they're like, we are coming to invade you. And everyone's like, yeah.
About time.
Yeah.
There's people that have their bags
Can't be any
packed.
worse than what we're going for. What's going on now?
The one guy with the Hawaiian shirt and his bags packed, like, all right, let's go.
Mhm.
Let's get out of here. Because it is not a fun time right now on Earth, dude. We want off this rock. We want off this rock so bad.
I did thought it was funny whenever you're like, if you're an alien, you need to show yourself now. I just pictured like uncloaked, like an alien would just be like, and appear there. Just been there the whole time.
I just get right now. He was like, what are you? What are you doing here?
How long
And
you been
And
here?
they're just like, you know that thing that talks to you in the back of your mind? A conscience? Yeah, that's us.
They've been here the whole time. They're just
I-
on a different frequency, man.
They probably are. They're probably watching us like it's a sitcom.
It's like we're on 94.1 and they're on Go 106, man.
I feel like aliens or other dimensional beings watch us like it's a sitcom. Like they're like, oh, let's check in
Probably.
with this family today. What are they doing?
Their own reality TV.
Yeah, and they're just floating up, like right here. They're just floating, just watching us do things. This one's boring. Let's go to the next one. The next house over.
It's like have you ever seen Interstellar?
Vaguely.
With you remember the end of Interstellar? Whenever he goes through like the other dimensions. I think he goes into a black hole or something like that. But anyway, he at the end there's like a lot of, I don't know, there's just a lot happening, but he can see through like glass at his past
Mhm.
or whatever, and watching his daughter again and stuff like that. That's what aliens are doing right now to us. They're just sitting there in their chair watching all through the glass like us.
Yeah. Okay. Let me give you a hypothetical question. If you could, and there's no repercussions, nothing, you don't feel pain, nothing, right?
Mhm.
You just living, going through it. Would you rather see what's like to go through a black hole, or go to the bottom of the ocean?
Black hole.
Why?
Because that's new.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the only thing at the bottom of the ocean is like just more ocean, or like you go down to like the crust of the earth. Unless you believe in the hollow earth theory, then you might find a little portal to go through to the hollow earth or whatever. But I think going through a black hole would be cooler, just because you don't know what's on the other side.
Here's my thing. If I had to choose between a black hole or the bottom of the ocean, I'm gonna flip a coin, because I'm not gonna be able to fucking see anything.
You don't know that. What if you go through a black hole and it spits you out the other side of like a wormhole, and then it's like you just see like a whole another universe, or you land on a planet like freaking Hulk
I guess
did
that's true.
on like he came out the Devil's Anus or whatever
I
and
don't
landed
know.
on
I don't know
Sakaar.
how do we
Was
know
it
how
Sakaar?
black holes work? How do we know? Like, everything is just a theory.
I don't know. I think it's like the absorption, because it's like I mean, they look cool. They look like a little ball with like, you can see the gravity like going around it. So it's just like sucking in. It's just a toilet. It's just a big toilet up in space.
It's weird. That's, I don't know. That's a lot of questions.
That's why
for
I'm
another
like,
podcast.
because they say that if you go into a black hole, that it's basically so dense that it would be basically like being at the bottom of the ocean when like the Challenger explosion type thing, where it's just like you just in an instant you're just crushed. But what if it's not? What if it is just like sucking you in, to where like it like
Pause.
stretches you or whatever.
Pause.
Like you just like get like sucked in like a vacuum, and then you get spit out somewhere on the other side. Like, what if it doesn't actually do anything to your DNA, or maybe it changes your DNA to the part to like not crush you or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a little
Like a warp.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a whole nother. That's like why I don't believe in teleportation, because it kills you and just clones you. You ever think about that? I feel like teleportation it's not a good thing.
Every time I think of teleportation in the real world, I think of like, I mean, back in high school, I'd look up stuff like this on the internet and stuff like that. But there's like experiments, quote unquote, where it would have like pictures, old black and white pictures of where they tried teleportation or like instant travel warp points or something like that. And it would just show like a tank embedded in a wall, or like human body parts sticking out of a wall, or like an object or something like that, to where like, you know, the theory is it disassembles your atoms and reassembles your atoms somewhere else. But because they like, you know, like they don't know how to do it, they don't know how to put all of the atoms back in the correct place for you to be you again.
Yeah.
Stuff goes wrong like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Like it fuses your atoms with atoms where you're going or somewhere else or whatever.
Flies in, and now you're part fly.
That's the fly.
No, I don't like it.
It goes back to freaking what's it called? What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, my brain is fried. I don't know anything.
I don't like
mostly Marvel stuff.
I don't like
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
It goes back to like going through a black hole and landing on a planet. Jeff Goldblum is there. He was the Fly.
I don't like it. I think if teleportation ever gets invented and it's an option, I will never choose it. I will gladly walk or drive to where I need to go, because I am convinced that it's going to vaporize you and make a clone copy, and no one's gonna know. No one's gonna. How are you gonna know?
Yeah.
It's gonna kill you instantly, and copy and paste you somewhere else, and you'll never know. You never know if you're the original.
What if you transported to where you were supposed to go? Like, what if it worked, but you weren't in the same dimension? Like you were in a parallel reality.
That's another possibility. That's another possibility. We are playing with things that we do not comprehend or understand. I don't think we should do it. I think we should just.
I like stories like that.
Yeah.
Like Portal. I think Half-Life. I've never played Half-Life. I want to play Black Mesa and stuff like that. Half-Life and Half-Life 2.
Add to list.
I'm pretty sure the story is they were working on like portal technology or something like that, and they opened a portal from another dimension, and creatures came through to our dimension.
See, I'll step through a portal because I can see it. I can see. I'm not teleporting anywhere.
Well,
if I can see.
What
a
if it was like Rick and Morty portals, where it was just like a green blob and you had to like blindly step through it?
Oh shit! No, I need to know where I'm going. I need to see where I'm going. I'll stick like a camera in there first and just.
Yeah.
But
what else was I gonna say? I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm gonna wrap this up because it's all the time we got, folks.
Alrighty.
I gotta go grocery shopping.
He's got to get groceries.
Yeah, got a lot of things to do this weekend. It's just
this weekend's gonna be an exciting weekend.
This episode comes out when I'm having a baby shower. Yeah, I'm having a baby surprise. Be surprised, I'm having a baby.
He's having a baby.
We're going to have a Avatar: The Last Airbender themed baby shower. Let's Let's see how well we can pull this off. I've seen a couple on TikTok, and they're okay. I'm trying to be I'm trying to be a little different.
They
They alright. We're gonna
yours is gonna be awesome.
I hope so. Don't jinx me. Knock on wood. But we're gonna try to do this gender reveal. That has never been done before. I'm the first one to do it.
Are you really?
So yeah, I've never. There's no one that's done this.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge. Because I googled this.
We gotta film it then. We
Yeah,
gotta film it, put it on the internet.
We're filming everything.
First thing.
First
one to
watch.
do it.
As soon as I do it, a lot of our people are gonna try to make it and do it too. But I'm the first one to do it.
Gender reveal.
Yeah.
Not review.
Yeah. So like, rate, subscribe. Follow us on our socials. ShinoBroz on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Join our Discord. Play chess with Wiz. I think this is just the thing now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Mm-hmm.
Watch our reels, share our reels, please. Share all of our short form content. We need people to follow us, subscribe.
If you like what you see and hear, send it to a friend. Watch our podcast. Well, I guess if you're watching this, you are watching our podcast. If you see our shorts, check out our podcast and send it to a friend. See if they like it.
This is Momo.
What are you doing?
This is Momo. It's
Oh,
It's
okay.
Momo from Avatar. If you like Avatar, we're gonna have a bunch of Avatar: The Last Airbender video stuff coming soon.
Yep.
Yeah. Bye. Peace.
Bye-bye.